Alright, so for the 8th-year anniversary, I made a bunch of changes to my roster, swapping around a whole heap of CTPs because I picked up, what is it, like 6 different CTPs from the bingo, because we had 2 bingos instead of the one that we thought we were going to be getting for the 8th-year anniversary. And because of that, I picked up 2 CTPs of refinement. One of them I put to my Jean Grey in place of a mighty CTP of Rage that I had on her previously, which made her absolutely amazing for PvE content. However, because of this change, I've had quite a few of you guys messaging me on Discord asking what the decrease in power looks like now with a CTP of refinement comparatively to a CTP of Rage. So I wanted to show you guys that today because there's been a substantial drop off in my DPS for sure, most notably in Alliance Battle Legend, because before we even had the reforged CTP of Insight, I was getting pretty close to being able to cap. One of the places that I noticed the biggest drop off with my Jean Grey was actually right here against Jean Grey herself. Previously, I was able to cut through this thing in about a minute 30. However, now it's actually, you know what, let me just show you guys. It's kind of depressing how much slower my Jean Grey has gotten. And I want to show this to you guys in case any of you see my Jean Grey and you're thinking, you know what, Beast has an egg on his Jean Grey, let me do the same. Be very careful because you're gonna lose a lot of damage for PvE content. So if you're not heavily focused on PvP, timeline battle, alliance tournament, alliance conquest kind of deal, it may not be a change that you want to make. Now we are doing pretty good damage hold on. Previously we were doing way more, but we're still doing really good damage. Now, let me see if I can tank and survive. Yes, we did. Like, had this been with the Rage, we would have already been, like, I think at this point, down to like 13 bars left on Jean Grey. Like, you can go back and you can check some of my previous videos when she was running Rage. Like, I'm even using a better team than usual. And yeah. Hold up. Let me go up here. It's just sad to go from having so much power, so much leftover, oh come on, DPS, to just like, I don't want to say struggle busing through it, because we're obviously going to be able to still do it, and we're not really at risk of losing because Jean Grey is, I wouldn't say tanky, but she has the revive, and once you have your 3rd skill up, you have that heal. So I guess you could say tanky, yeah. But it's one of those things, when you get used to having so much power, letting go of that power is very, very difficult, you know. Now let me go ahead and just toss that tier 3. Okay, hurry up, go to the center, thank you. Okay. Like, this is still a pretty impressive time. So most of you guys are like, I don't see what he's whining about. Like, he's still like cutting through this. But I'm using a better team than I would normally have to. Like, we're using double support. Usually I would just put it to get, like, when I had the Rage, I would put her with like Hela for a leadership, and then I would put her with like Ghost Panther. Here I'm using Morgan Le Fay and Ghost Panther, so that's that's a lot better actually. And hold up, come on, I'm still, yeah, I'm still like at 3 minutes. Like, it's still double the time. Maybe I could have gotten it done a little bit faster than this, but still, from what I've seen with the egg, it's at least 60% slower. Okay, hurry up. So this is done. The one that makes me the most sad is actually the giant boss raid clear, because it was like so lightning fast. You know what, let me just show you guys. So previously with this exact same setup with a mighty rage, this was about a 90-second clear for me, so keep that in mind, okay? 90 seconds at most. And it could be faster if I gave her like Valkyrie in place of maybe Polaris. Yeah, I would say Valkyrie in place of Polaris would be faster. Ghost Panther lead, and then yeah. So the first phase goes by pretty quickly. It's not really an issue, but and here's the thing, it was 90 seconds before swords. So after swords, if I still hold on, if I still had the rage on her, it would probably come down to like maybe 70 seconds, maybe 60 seconds. Like this is still going by pretty fast, but like I miss that feeling of just being like an absolute monster with her for PvE content. Like I don't know, it's an addiction. So be very careful. If you swap over, this is what you can kind of expect. Well, maybe expect less, because like this is relative, right? It's comparatively to what I had before. So if you're already struggling to clear giant boss raid with your Jean Grey, you don't want to swap from a rage to anything below a greed. Realistically, like if you have a rage, going below a rage would be like a judgment, and then after the judgment would be a greed, but then the greed would allow you to do PvP and PvE, and then the egg will still allow you to do PvE, because you can see I'm still doing it, but it's obviously significantly worse than what it was for me previously. Seems like I'm complaining over nothing, because I'm looking at this, and for some of you guys this may still be faster than like if you have a rage on your Jean Grey and whatnot, but for me this is slow, you know, so it is what it is. I just wanted to show you guys. If you can go back and check my previous videos, you'll see the difference. I didn't want to like bore you guys by clipping that together, but yeah. All right guys, so this is the worst possible thing that could have happened to my Jean Grey. I regret this so much. As somebody who cares about their ABL scores, this is tragic, bro. I'm gonna have to find a solution for this day, because this ain't gonna cut it. I thought we had more than enough DPS to easily you know, make up for what we're gonna lose by swapping over from the rage, but this goes to show you like how much of a difference the CTP of rage makes in this game mode. Like it's actually like rage, or you're just kind of like not gonna cut it. And this guy is all the way down here at the bottom of the freaking map, dodging all of my attacks. I love it. But yeah, here I was thinking Jean Grey is Jean Grey, so what if I'm not using a rage? We're still gonna crush this. No, not even Jean Grey is immune. Nope, not even Jean Grey is immune. Why they gotta put the freaking light so far away every time to just cuck me, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Okay, let me guess, you're gonna try and move all the way. Get out of here. Well, of course he moves out of all of my attacks and dodges everything. That's just freaking lovely. But I guess I shouldn't be too surprised when I make such a drastic change, because I went from the most potent CTP for PvE content, like the strongest CTP for PvE content, to the strongest CTP for PvP content. So I guess I should have expected the score drop to be a drastic one. I was just expecting it to be a slight drop. No, it's just not. It's quite massive. That's what she said. You know, anyways, moving on. Of course, this guy moves out of the radius of the attack. Like we have extra damage to spare anymore. All right, and then they want to always, come on, man. They always want to put the lights so freaking far. Just to cuck me, bro. Like, get out of here. But yeah, this is not what I would recommend. Yeah, I would definitely not recommend that you go for an egg for Jean Grey if you care about your ABL scores, because they're gonna drop quite drastically. You probably won't be able to hit 6 million, as you can see. It's just not gonna happen. You might get around like 5.5. Your cards are good enough, maybe a little bit higher. Might be better off if you are gonna use her with an egg. I'm definitely gonna have to figure it out, but I was not expecting to drop from pretty much 10 million to less than 5 million. That's half of my score gone. Granted, the drop was about the same in World Boss, because if it was taking me 90 seconds to do something before, now it's taking me 3 minutes plus